I'm Lisa Shin.
And I'm Sam Summers.
Decades ago, Carol Wade and Carol Tavris created a new intro psych textbook that was one of the very first to be authored by two women. It was written at a time when including research on gender, much less feminist perspectives in psychology, seemed a radical decision. We're proud to carry on this legacy of emphasizing equity and inclusion in the 13th edition of Wade, Tavris, Sommers Shin, and in the new 14th edition coming out in the fall of 2023.
Lisa and I have taught together for 15 years, with one of our shared priorities being to provide our students with an inclusive and representative introduction to psychological science. It's our goal that by the end of a semester, every single student in our classroom should be able to envision at least the possibility of a future for themselves in the field. If that isn't the case, then we haven't done our jobs as instructors. We feel the same way about writing our textbook.
In Wade, Tavris, Sommers, and Shin, we're honest with our readers about the troubled early history of the field and how psychological research promoted white supremacy, eugenics, sexism, and various types of discrimination. We review APA's recent apology for decades of perpetuating racism and other social inequalities. We highlight how even today, our field continues to fall short of its representational aspirations in terms of study participants, scientists, and journal editors. Issues related to equity and inclusion don't appear just in Chapter 1. Instead, as you see in our table of contents here, we've infused these themes throughout the text in a variety of specific ways.
As a researcher who studies racism, intergroup relations, and diversity in my own lab, I know that there's no such thing as small stuff when it comes to striving for an inclusive climate. Too often, textbooks seem to assume that all people look and sound the same, that college student always means an 18 to 22-year-old living on a 4-year residential campus. In our text, we've given a great deal of thought to the diversity of research samples and research scientists we include in each chapter, as well as to incorporating a breadth of examples, names, and images that represent a variety of lived experiences and identities.
Here's one example. For years, we used to show in our social psychology lectures a black and white reenactment of the Asch conformity studies that was filmed in the 1960s with an entirely white male cast. No longer. In our Revel text, readers now see an embedded video reenactment of the Asch study that we filmed with a diverse group of participants. It's current, it's diverse, it looks like the real world our students live in.